Now here with a dose of private sector energy of his own is Kevin O'Leary, chairman of O'Leary Ventures. Kevin, Hakeem Jeffries had this quote that stuck out to me, and this was amid the fiasco of Elon Musk asking 5 things people did. 5 things. Not a threatening email, didn't threaten to fire anyone, but here's what Hakeem Jeffries said about the email. Elon Musk is traumatizing hardworking federal employees, their children, and their families. Is it traumatizing to children for a boss to say, "What'd you do today at work"?
No, it isn't. You know, people hate change. They hate disruption. They hate any movement from the status quo, and that's exactly what's happening everywhere. We're starting to question, for the first time in a long time, how government works, what metrics we have to test its success or failure. And these are uncomfortable things for people, but the majority of the population wants to see this happen. They've elected a leader with a majority mandate and a popular vote mandate. And of course, as you start to implement this, you get a lot of friction. But in the private sector, if I can't contact an employee of mine after 2 days, I have to ask, are they dead? Where are they? That's unheard of. And you can't do that. I mean, you need to communicate and you need to get the feedback. So this all started over the weekend regarding emails going out to employees. There's nothing wrong with asking, what are you doing? I do that all day to many, many people. And I expect a response. And the CEOs I work with expect a response. This is all very good. And I understand the angst out there. And I have to tell you, you know, I work with Democrats and Republicans because I'm an investor. I don't have the choice to be partisan in my investment. I have to work with everybody. You mentioned Carville earlier. He's got a different problem. Democrats are, excuse my French, are really pissed off about the $1.5 billion they lost in this election. Mm-hmm. They want accountability on that too. The large donors are pissed.
Oh, they're very angry, and we'll be getting to that in just a little bit. You know, I noticed 2 things going on in the polling with DOGE. I've done a deep dive, and in principle, there is support for Elon Musk and DOGE and the idea of cutting spending. There is, and I put that information up. But in practice, Washington Post, Quinnipiac, Pew, Emerson, there's polling showing there's a negative view of DOGE specifically. So you're right that people are averse to change, but I'm wondering your advice. How do you make something that is popular in principle also popular in practice?
Well, part of the problem is Elon is an enigma. He's a unique individual. He has extraordinary executional skills. However, when you hold up the chainsaw, it's a little alarming. And I get it, but I would argue to everybody, understand that this extraordinary individual has an amazing track record of executional skills. Why wouldn't you just let him do his thing? And maybe you just don't like the social media around it. But those images are jarring. I get it. However, the data is interesting. Remember, he has no mandate to execute any of this. He can only find it and then use his network to post it and let the press take it and explain he found this here and found that here. And frankly, as a taxpayer, I want to know more. The other thing I would say that, you know, I've said this a couple of times now is when you try to fix a broken company or agency or an entity or an organization that's bleeding cash, you've got to cut deeper. You have to cut way past the comfort zone because you only want to do it once. You don't want, it's very difficult to do little cuts over and over again. It's hard to the organization. It's not motivating to people. So you cut deep, really deep, and then you hire back. I've done this countless times. It's not easy, but I'm a little concerned he's not cutting enough. So you go in, and I'm waiting for the Pentagon. That's going to be an interesting one. That's so big. And for decades, we said, oh, we can't really look at defense spending because it's opaque and it's for defense. I don't think so. I think the American people want to know where those billions of dollars are going and can we be more efficient?
Cut deeper, and that's echoing President Trump's message to get more aggressive. Kevin O'Leary, thank you.